Hi there and welcome to my channel. I'm Jennifer. This is A Country Life and I'm going to show you what we're going to be doing for our Father's Day brunch, and then we're going to cook the Father's Day brunch tomorrow. First off though, I just want to give a shout out to Tristan. Hey Tristan, it was nice to see you. Tristan is a teenage boy who pulled me aside at Walmart and said, I think I know you from YouTube. So that was really sweet. So our idea here is that tomorrow after Mass, we'll go to 8 a.m. Mass, and then we will have whoever can make it over here after, will come on over here, and we're just gonna do a Father's Day brunch, I guess. And yeah, Warren does not know that we're gonna do this. He really, really loves breakfast food and he loves to go out for breakfast. But sometimes on these special days, the restaurants are so busy that it sometimes is just not even really fun to go out to a restaurant. So I am going to actually use pretty much all convenience food items for tomorrow's breakfast brunch, which is not really like me. I really like to spend the day before cooking and making all kinds of things, but we've been kind of busy here this morning. I shouldn't say busy as in like sometimes people say, oh, I've been so busy and it's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. We've had a full day. So we were up early, we went to see Grandma. After visiting with Grandma, we got back to town and we did some shopping, this kind of shopping here, and now we're back here, and as soon as I'm done with this, we're gonna make a fruit salad and head over to our grandson's second birthday. So the idea of cooking for the whole day was just not really an option, and I know that what Warren loves when we go out to eat is basically country fried steak and gravy. So I bought 4 of these boxes. This is a different brand. Last time I bought it, it was actually Tyson. It was in a bag, and those were very, very good, but they didn't have that brand today. So this was what the Walmart associate pointed out to me. She said, this is what we have. So I got this. It does actually come with the gravy packets inside, so that will be interesting. I will open it, I will try it, and if I like that gravy, we'll use it. If I don't like the flavor of it, then I'll probably, well, not probably, I will just make my own homemade white gravy to go over the country fried steak. We also then will have hash brown patties. These make it so easy. I can just put a bunch of these on cookie sheets and pop them into the oven, and they will just like basically bake in the oven until all of the rest of the food is done. And I forgot. Okay, and Peter, this is sort of like for Dad, but so Peter wanted to give Dad.
For Dad.
Right.
But
we can all enjoy it.
Yeah, we can all enjoy it and like them. Like
because
on Father's Day and like on the 4th of July.
Yeah,
they last that long.
I don't think they'll last that long.
Probably
I'm
not.
pretty sure that you'll light all of those tomorrow. As soon as brunch is done.
Probably.
Probably, yeah. I know you, Peter. This I thought was kind of a fun idea because he can make a little card that says something like, Dad, you light up my life, or Dad, you're doing a bang-up job, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, he's going to take that off and wrap it and do his thing. Maria, did you want to say something? You look like you were trying to say something. Oh, and she wants to show the Skittles that she got for Dad, and you have an idea to make it into a... Were you going to do something with that?
Like last year, we did something with like a bag of M&Ms, and we like made it into a bow tie.
Okay, so you might try to do that. We couldn't find the little bag of Dad's favorite Skittles, so we had to buy a bigger bag. Aw, shucks. Yes, we will do that. We'll do the hash browns. And because that's not, enough meat, I also bought the already cooked, fully cooked bacon. And I don't know if I've ever had the Great Value brand, but it is the thick cut, so I'm hoping that it's not quite as wimpy as the Aldi bacon, which we like, but I will put this into a crock pot, and it will warm up in like probably 15 minutes. It'll be warm and ready to eat. And then also, I thought for our brunch, we would make mimosas, so I bought 2 different types of champagne today. I bought, both are the Cook's brand, but I bought the Spumante, which is a little bit of a sweeter champagne, and an extra dry, which is not as dry and bitter as a Brut. So I bought those 2 so we could kind of compare, and I got some orange juice. Of course, the non-alcohol drinkers will have some orange juice as well, and I have my homemade, my real light cranberry juice, which I think would be delicious mixed with the orange juice and the champagne. We could do kind of like crayon orange mimosas. That sounds great. Okay, now for our grandson's birthday, I am taking a big, giant bowl of fruit. So I have watermelon and green grapes. I don't think I've ever put nectarine in fruit salad, but they just looked so good and they smell incredible right now. So I thought that would be great. I'm going to do strawberries, blueberries, and raspberries. I also have a muskmelon here. I sniffed this too. I'm hoping that it's soft enough to be flavorful already today. And if I happen to have mandarin oranges and or chunk pineapple in the pantry canned, I'll just put that in as well. And I think that's going to make a great fruit salad. And then any fruit that is like overflow that doesn't fit in my great big bowl to take to the birthday party will be for breakfast tomorrow as well. I had kind of thought of doing some sort of yogurt parfait along with it because we could make those in advance and put them in little cups, but that's really not Warren's style. And this is Father's Day, so I probably should kind of think of all the things that he likes. So I think just fresh fruit is what it's going to be. Also, I picked up a couple packages of hamburger buns. I do have a small container of barbecue in the freezer, so I'm going to get that out to thaw as well. So maybe tomorrow for supper or something like that, we'll have just a real low-key barbecue. And I just want to point this out. So we were visiting with my mom, and of course she always takes the kids down to the vending machines. Well, not every time, but almost. Takes them down to the vending machine and lets them pick out something. And she's like, do you want something? First I said no, and then I was like, well, I guess I'm still a kid at heart, right? So I picked out, I've never had these before, but I do love the cheese Snyder pretzels as well as the honey mustard. And so I saw these and I thought, oh, I have to try them. Wow, these are delicious. So if you like jalapeno and you like a good amount of spice, these are fantastic. All right, not part of my haul, but just had to point that out because they are so good. We got home and I just opened them up really quick because I wanted to try them. Also, with the brunch, I'm going to do a huge pan of scrambled eggs. Stay tuned for tomorrow morning to see how the Father's Day brunch turns out. I don't know what to do from here.
A 1.9 liter four-cylinder. I kid you not.
I tried. I couldn't even get it to that point, and I don't even have those nails.
No power steering.
I sat and monkeyed with it.
I don't know.
I think you have to take this off. Oh. And then you have to work the cork somehow.
Okay.
Here we go.
I don't know.
Emily's popping the cork for you,
Is
Dad.
it really gonna?
Oh,
Okay, hash browns going in on a dark pan so that they crisp up better than on like my light cookie sheets. So this is the brand of the country fried steaks that I was able to find this time. We haven't tried them yet, so we don't even know if they're tasty, but I did them in the air fryer for a lot longer than what the box said. I think they were in for about 22 minutes. And just put some of the pre-cooked bacon. I did get the thick cut, and it does smell really good, and it seemed to have a nice thickness to it, honestly. We have scrambled eggs here. Emily was helping me with those. Hash browns. One nice thing with these country fried steaks is that they came with gravy packets, so I didn't even have to make gravy, and it actually tastes good. Maria, your plate looks good.
I want breakfast food.
You like breakfast, I know you do. We're doing orange rhubarb mimosas, and then we have fruit. So this was, fruit. I cut up all that fruit yesterday for our grandson's birthday, and then just extras for today. Well, it's getting to be evening here on this Father's Day. We had such a wonderful day just having the convenience food brunch, because quite honestly, if we would have gone to something like Perkins and it would have cost $13.99 a person, maybe the kids could have gotten away with meals of $9.99 or something like that with 10 people, and then multiple mimosas and juices and things like that, it would have been so expensive. And I think my groceries all together with everything that I bought was like $90 the other night. And some of that was for buns that we didn't even use. We have half of a watermelon still. We have a whole 2 pounds of strawberries left. We were able to eat on that food. And I have extras. So we ate up the leftovers for supper, but we do have like a whole nother box of these country fried steaks. We have another package of the hash browns that I didn't use. So I have, even though it was $90 of groceries, I have a lot of those groceries still left. Let me just tell you the actual brand of these country fried steaks. They are Mystica Ranch meats, and these were delicious. I would say that they were better than the Tyson brand that I had gotten last time. These Mystica Ranch, very, very good. So I'm glad it worked out that I ended up asking the Walmart associate where those were. Well, anyway, I just wanted to let you know that. And now I think Warren is coming back for me. Did Dad just come back for me? Oh, I was just in checking on Joe. Okay. Okay, so anyway, Warren and I and Maria and, I don't know, we're going to drive down in the marsh here. Warren has to water. He has to irrigate tonight because it's been another super dry and windy day. Yeah, and then I have not been really good in the past sharing cranberry blossom time with you all. Sometimes I'll post something on Instagram quick, like just a quick picture or something, but we are going to drive down by the high reds. It's one of the varieties of cranberries that we grow, and we're going to look at the hook and the bloom. And Peter, he is dreaming of what? A duck blind. So Warren had a pile of hickory that's going to become the floor of something. We're not exactly sure what yet, but anyway, he had some scrap or just some pieces that he didn't need for something, and he told Peter that he could build whatever he wanted.
He's making a duck blind.
A duck blind, yes. Isn't that a good idea?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And if anyone else is just absolutely in love with rainbow, I have always loved rainbows, like ever since I was a little girl, and I had a rainbow on my jeans pocket. This is one of the dresses that Maria, you got this last year from Kid Pick, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
And
it still fits.
It still fits, and it is one of our favorites.
The arms through, but it fits.
It fits, yes it does. It's one of our favorites. Such a pretty, fancy, frilly little dress.
In the light, it shines.
Yes,
These
it does.
These little things shine.
Mm-hmm. I was coming out as you were going in. I had just checked on Joe. Are you looking for a bumblebee?
Yeah.
Bumblebees or honeybees.
Or honeybee?
It's kind of the end of the day. Most of the honeybees are already back at the hive.
Yep.
And the bloom isn't thick enough yet to really draw the bees in, but the amount of flowers here is just incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm really happy with how this is looking.
Like, look at this one.
Yeah. Isn't that awesome?
That is awesome. So you can see some of the flowers are already in bloom. Each petal like curls back. These are called hooks. So if you see where it's not, well, that one's not the best. Let's look at this one. So this one here, where they're not blossomed out yet, that's called a hook, correct?
Yes.
So when you look, you can see all these hooks, and those will all be blossoms. Well, if everything goes well, they'll all be blossoms.
They will.
They will. And as long as the flower is pollinated, and that's why we bring in both the honeybees and the bumblebees. I think Warren mentioned before that the bumblebees will work in any kind of weather. The honeybees, they're kind of fair weather pollinators. They really like it to be warm and sunny. That's what they like the best. And so then they'll do their pollinating. And as long as the flower gets pollinated properly and fully, then it'll grow into a cranberry. Its first stage is called a pinhead. Is that right, Warren?
Yeah.
A pinhead first. And that's when it's just like a little green dot and the petals have all fallen off. And then it grows into a full-grown cranberry. So if this is my hand, you know, here's the length of my hand, just your average hand. And if I put my fingers all the way down, you can maybe see that the tallest vines come up to like my wrist right there. Maybe a couple of them come up a little further than my wrist. Like right there, that one's a little taller. But anyway, just so you kind of get an idea of how thick the cranberry vines are. And it's such a pretty time of year because when you come out here and you have the sun like just the right way, you get just a beautiful like pink. It just is a beautiful pink color across the whole bed, and it's just so pretty. So we just stopped at one of the irrigation engines because Warren is going to get the 2 new beds that we just planted a couple of weeks ago. Was that 2 weeks ago already? Anyway, he's going to irrigate those 2 beds tonight, and then we're going to go and open up valves. I think he said we're going to open up valves on the other end of the marsh because then tomorrow morning, he likes to irrigate early in the morning. He does not like to irrigate often at night. Like, he wouldn't want to irrigate the whole marsh at night like this because he doesn't want the vines to stay wet overnight. He would be concerned that there could be fungus developing when the vines are real wet overnight. Anyway, tomorrow, then what I'm saying here is that he likes to irrigate early in the morning, so tomorrow at about 4 a.m. is when he's going to get up to irrigate. So he'll get things set up, started up. That'll take him about an hour. Then he usually, comes back. Comes back to the house, sometimes go back to bed, rest a little bit longer, then go back out and shut them down. How long will you irrigate tomorrow? About 2 hours?
About 2 hours.
I started the engine.
You're the one who started the engine? Awesome.
Peter started the other one.
Okay, good. Now Peter's driving. They will. These are all the honeybees. Well, at least half of the honeybees. Ooh, that one hit my wrist. Fortunate for Warren, he had green wire. You guys know that's his favorite tool. And did he get wet?
Yeah.
He's got a plug sprinkler head, so... Oh, look at that. It looks like he got it. Well, that was funny.
You ever try to run on your tiptoes? You don't want to step on any
want any flowers.
but can't help it.
That was so
know.
funny. You look like a little gazelle or something out there.
Try to run on your tiptoes. It's not the easiest thing to do.
Green
like-
wire came to the rescue though.
Yeah. Every time you step on those flowers, you're like, oh, there goes another 50 cents.
Yeah. And to make sure that there's enough water down in what Warren calls the sump, which is where the bottom engine sucks its water from, he has Peter pulling a board right now so that water from the reservoir can go through that ditch and it will eventually get over to that area, and that's where the water gets pulled from then, where it like sucks, that's where the pump sucks the water to irrigate all these beds here. And I know I told you earlier that he was just doing the new beds, but I guess that was on the other part of the marsh. He was just doing the new beds.
Yeah,
These all needed to be done.
Yep.
I spoke incorrectly before.
That is a good one.
Awesome. I picked the right one.
Ooh, double show.
And the smoke bomb. Whoa! I feel like that's more illegal than safe.
Oh, that's good.